When I was 11 years old, I really liked this girl. Every day on the carpool ride home from school, I would see her on her paper route. She was an entrepreneur at 11 years old, delivering papers to the neighborhood. And as we would pass her every day, I would lean out the window and yell, "Hi, paper boy!" Now, I really liked this girl, and the only way I knew how to connect with her was through teasing. At that age, 11-year-old boy, that's all I knew was, if you like her, tease her. Well, she didn't like that very much, and one day we were both at the park. I was out of the safety of my moving vehicle, and she stormed up to me, and she said, "If you ever call me Paperboy again, I'm going to tell your mom." And I knew that would not be a good thing. And so I immediately stopped calling her Paperboy. Somehow, my 11-year-old boy wooing worked. My teasing worked because 13 plus years later, we eventually got married. So somehow those skills I used back at 11 years old worked. Not really, but it's a good story to talk about and the way that our marriage started. But relationships are tough. Relationships are complex. We're complex human beings just in and of ourselves alone. But then when we get into a relationship, the complexity sort of exponentially grows. And so it's really important for the quality of our lives to really have quality relationships. I think the two go hand in hand, that if I want a great life, then I need to work on having great relationships. And relationships take a lot of work. There's a lot that goes into relationships. There's a lot of dynamics at play. And so it's really important that we understand what is stirring in us, what are the things that contribute to a great relationship, and we work at them, just like we work at other things. Work at being great at what we do for a living, work at being healthy and fit, work at taking care of ourselves. Relationships need work. They're not going to just, great ones just don't happen on their own. They require a lot of work. They require us to study and examine ourselves and become more aware of what's stirring in us, our emotions and our thoughts and our mindsets. And so I think it's super important to realize that if we want to improve our lives and the quality of our lives, that it really a lot of that comes down to the quality of our relationships. And unfortunately, for a lot of people, relationships haven't been a source of great joy. They've been a source of pain. Maybe your deepest pain is found because of a relationship, or maybe you don't trust people because of a relationship. Maybe the pain of a broken relationship is what's causing you to feel stuck and lonely, feel hopeless. Maybe a relationship is the thing that's causing you to live distant from others, to protect yourselves from being hurt again, and that's totally understandable. I get that. When we try to avoid the pain that a relationship causes, though, we inevitably are avoiding all the good that can come from relationships. A relationship may be the thing that has hurt you the most, but I truly believe that healthy connections, healthy relationships with others could be the thing that leads to your greatest transformation. Healthy connections, they have a way of healing the hurt of the past. They have a way of helping us experience the joy of being ourselves. Great relationships should help us become more of who we're intended to be, who we can be. Healthy relationships can remind you of how valuable and worthy you are. Healthy relationships, they can tell you you're significant and that you have something wonderful to offer the world. But the hardest part is taking the risk, being vulnerable in our relationships, so that we can create these amazing connections that will have such a great impact on our lives. So no matter where you find yourself today, a healthy relationship with someone is so important for you living your best life. And so that's what I want to focus on talking about in this series of videos is what are some skills, what are some character traits, what are some things that we can think about, focus on, maybe develop and grow in us to help improve our relationships. And so as we talk through this, just think maybe about those things that, those skills that you can use to help you improve the quality of your relationships.